odd. I turned us off.
How'd you turn us off?
Okay, is that better, Joris? Thank you.
I came off mute. I don't know how I went back on mute.
Well, you
Okay.
missed a whole bunch.
I don't know. Rewind. Come on.
We got it? We have it going?
Yeah,
Well,
we're going now,
we're
yeah.
back going. I said we're coming off mute, and then
Okay.
well, thank God, Joris, that you joined us,
Yeah,
because
thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for keeping us honest.
oh,
All right, George.
Atlanta.
We're going to have to get that little person in the sign over here in the corner doing all the sign language.
Right?
We want to do that Scotch thing we're talking about. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. I know that you're working, and let us know if you're what date you want to do, and we can put it out there. So.
Yep.
Daggone it.
All
That
right.
aggravates me.
Yeah.
There's the sound, he said.
There you go.
Okay.
Thanks, brother. Thank you.
Hoy vey. We had some good ones, too, coming in.
What are you, Hungarian?
I don't know.
Okay. Fine.
No, I'm not. I had some chicken before I came downstairs.
Joris, you're hilarious. He says it's now easy to know what you're talking about.
It always helps turn on that sound.
Yeah.
Come on, we were just trying to everyone to practice their lip reading skills.
Yeah.
That's
Amen.
all.
Amen. So what else are you guys doing? How's work? How's everything? What's going on? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing going on. It
Kind of
just
laid back, so to say.
just got a lot of stuff going on in the
We got
background.
a couple punks in the audience, so to say. But should we tell them who they are?
Yeah, we can.
All right, we got cream cheese.
Cream cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
And up north.
Up north.
Up north.
Welcome.
Hanging out with us.
Wearing his plaid shirt.
Double dingers.
Yeah, damn, son.
Dude.
Look at that Woody. Woody over there.
Oh.
I meant your shirt.
So let me ask you, you got some pretty bad storms up there, eh?
There.
That was in Michigan.
Not by us there.
Not by us there, no. I'm sorry, it just makes me laugh so much.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Look over there, cream cheese.
The giggle pills are here kicking
Don't
in.
look at me. Don't bring me out here, please.
Hey, you guys are lucky. I'm stuck with me all day.
We're on our fourth winter up there.
Wow.
Fourth winter, huh?
Well, home opener is next Tuesday.
And they forecast
Snow! That's okay. It's not snowing in the bar.
So I have to figure that out because I don't want to hang out there. Listen, if we go there just to have a few drinks,
What's a few?
but at the end of the day, I don't want to be freezing out there. It's supposed to be like 30 degrees.
It's warm in the bar.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's why you have to drink.
That's right.
listen up, listen up, cream cheese. Are you going to
Jägermeister root beer.
Are you going home opener too?
I am.
Do you need
Okay.
a ride? No.
We can discuss that.
Okay.
He likes hitchhiking.
He does. Nobody ever picks him up. But anyway,
So I wonder what they're going to raise parking to. $80, $100
what for what?
for the state.
Hey, did I send you the thing for the Cleveland Browns thing? Did you catch that? I sent you on Instagram
No, I don't have
what they're talking about, what they're trying to do, and all that stuff. So
Are they gonna move?
No, they're going to stay there, but they were talking about some crazy, stupid stuff.
Oh,
Well,
what
it
they're
is
gonna,
the
what they're going to
Cleveland
plan
Browns.
if they do leave and what they're going to do with the stadium when they leave.
And then they're going to, and whatever they're putting together, they're putting this closeout thing, this big bubble, if you will, and they can play, and at that point you can't really see because it's this whole craziness. And I'm like, this has got to be a joke.
Welcome to Cleveland.
April Fools.
So,
It might have been because it was earlier this month, or earlier
What's
this
that?
week. It might have been April Fool's.
it's like a big balloon, so to say, where only you really can't see, the football game going on.
A big bounce house.
It is. It's exactly what it is. It's crazy. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever saw. But anyway, long story short, it is Cleveland, by the way. So,
That's
yeah,
what
well,
I said.
I know that they're developing the flats a little bit more. They're going to be putting a soccer field down there, a minor league soccer field down in the flats,
okay.
and River Roots is going to River Roots.
What's that?
That's the Michael Simon collaboration where they do their barrel picks and bottle it and send it out to people. So it's a distillery in Rocky River.
Okay.
But Michael Simon's part of it. They're going to be moving down into the flats and doing triple the facility, and they're gonna have a restaurant and a bar. So
I hope it's better than the food.
We're not
Yeah.
fans of his.
no,
I mean,
but I mean,
I'm very happy that he has made it to the level he has, but
Yeah.
we're just not fans of his.
yeah. But what they're
cuisine.
doing is they're doing barrel picks and bottling it and selling it under River Its name.
We'll
So
see what happens. Okay.
some of their picks have been good. Rico had brought us the Guardian one.
Right. That was good.
That was a River Roots product.
That was good.
So that's what's going on.
Awesome.
Awesome. What'd you guys all do today?
Worked.
Worked?
Work.
Same thing I do every
You
day.
didn't do anything?
Nope.
You didn't work?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was trying to do the trend, but anyway.
No work.
Oh, I gotta take the lid off so I can drink
take
the
it.
water.
Oh,
That would help.
All right, kids.
Sealed for your safety.
What do we got going on? What's going
I don't know.
on?
What are you smoking, G?
I'm smoking I got it because I can't read.
It was something that he was anxious for.
I am, exactly. Alec Bradley, Magic Toast.
Nice.
660, very nice cigar. I'm enjoying it, and I've never had it before. And at the end of the day, I rated a 9.2.
Well, earlier today I was gifted a beautiful humidor with some cigars, and
You did.
I pulled out a Rocky Patel out of that batch.
Rocky Patel's a great cigar.
And this one is delightful. There was a nice collection of cigars in there, and I want to thank neighbor Mark for that one
Thanks,
because
Mark.
Yeah, that is nice. Very nice.
it was a beautiful gift, and it's going to go to good use.
So I'm gonna refresh that,
Hey,
and but we have to take it in a week or two. So to
yeah,
say.
had to bring it to the doctor so he could fix it up. So,
Doctor.
doctor.
What are you guys smoking out there?
What are you
Anything
kids
good?
doing over there?
Calibre.
What is that? I
Calibre.
can't see. Give me that.
Is that barber pole one?
Oh, okay.
Oh, the
okay,
barber,
okay.
the new barber pole
okay.
from Royal Havana.
All right. Hang on a second.
What do you got there?
I can't read it
What's it?
because I can't really see it.
Here.
Here, go ahead.
I'm glad those glasses are working
I know, they're
for you
doing
over
great
there.
for me
They're
right
freaking awesome. That's why I take mine off when I have to read.
I take mine off so I can hear better.
San Cristobal Quintessence? Quintessence. Oh, I don't know, but it's got a nice bird on
Yeah, but
the wrapper.
that's a good cigar too. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I think that is part of Alec Bradley as well.
Awesome.
There you go. Nice. Beautiful.
So, who's on the scroll, you ask?
Who's on the scroll, Karen?
Nobody. Nobody.
We got Karen Byrne out there. Hey,
What's up,
hey, it
Miss
was good to
Byrne?
see you and Frank the other day. Thanks
Yeah.
for stopping
That was
by.
a good time.
Awesome. Giago Woodworks. Bill,
Billy.
let's get that stuff going. Bill's got a lot of good products that we would
He's
love
got
to bring
some
to
great
you.
stuff. He's got great stuff. So we're talking about, so what I do know is we have charcuterie boards. We also have,
Paddles for the tastings.
I'm sorry, oh, you
Flight boards.
The flight boards.
Flight boards.
Thank you
got
very
that.
much.
And he's brought me 4 different,
Coasters?
Coasters.
All right.
Okay, so they're all different brands, but we don't have the numbers in yet. But at the end of the day, he's going to take care of that as well. But we have people that are looking for that as well. So
Yeah,
at
so
the end of the day, thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. We'll just get the numbers and we'll put it together and we'll start making us and you a product.
Yeah, we're gonna
Give
start
Greg
trying
your
to,
digits.
we're gonna try getting some swag
He's got
together.
my
So
digits.
I'm talking about the prices.
he's only gonna give you 1 digit.
The middle one.
So me and Bill have so much history. So
Oh,
it's
dear.
not even funny. Listen, it's funny. The whole thing is,
Ooh, 8 different sets of coasters.
yes.
Oh.
Yes. And when we have those, I actually put those in the back, but I want to start showing those out, so to say. But people are going to ask us.
This is a High West cask strength that was put in front of me over here. So
That's a dark one.
yes,
Very
but
dark.
I think I would be remiss if we didn't do a pour.
Amen. Amen. So anyway, anybody else on the scroll?
Right now, that other than Joris, but that's it right now. It's a quiet night out there on the scroll. Don't be shy. Come on.
Please, you're shy.
We dare you to put something out
Yeah, I
there.
dare you to. I dare you.
All right.
All right, let's
You
go.
guys want to give a toast to?
Yeah, we need to.
All right, hang on a second, kids.
So a dear friend of ours. We got some bad news.
Yeah.
And
Hang on a second. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know he's
Yeah,
gonna,
he's
he's
gonna-
gonna get choked up.
I don't want to get choked up.
Yeah, well, it's only fitting that we do a toast to Stephen.
I know. I get you.
Admin of the co-op, good friend of us at the round table.
Yep.
Did the dark arts pick with G. As of recent, they've been getting closer. Big contributor to the bourbon co-op. A hell of a nice guy.
So, and again, I'm sorry. kids.
Yeah.
So Dark Arts, which is our bourbon, if you will, and we had the opportunity to go down to Kentucky and do our deal. Bob couldn't make it at that point, so I took over from him, so to say, and great guy. There was 13 of us that did the whole deal, and just a great person. So Stephen Kremer, so he passed away yesterday. He was a great person. He was an attorney, and he was he also had an insurance agency, and he taught how do you say, high skill skiing, okay, for like, Olympians and all this stuff.
Downhill,
So
like
he-
slalom
yeah,
stuff.
He was, and Stephen was, there was 13 of us there for the tastings and all that stuff. Great guy. His wife was with us as well. We hung out for 4 days, and just a great person and very engaged, if you will. And he was just a great person. And then he had a skiing accident, and he didn't come back. So anyway,
So
I was at Lizardville. For the quick memorial. People that were there, only for us people that were there in Kentucky, which was 13 people. So anyway, long story short, Stephen Kremer is no longer. But at the end of the day, God bless him, but God bless his wife, his dog, and the dog was a great dog as well. I love that fucking dog. Friggin' dog, excuse me. But at the end of the day, Stephen was a great person. He was very approachable. He was a great smart guy when it comes to bourbon, for the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op, if you will. And at the end of the day, so let's give us a little
There you
toast
go.
over here for Stephen Kremer. All right.
to you, big guy.
I love you, Steve. I miss you. I
Godspeed.
really miss you.
Cheers.
Godspeed for sure.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
Karen Burns says she's very sorry. She sends out her condolences. Thank
Yeah.
you, Karen. It's always rough to lose a good friend.
Yep.
So. All right.
All right,
Not
I was
to try to remiss any of that, but we are a whiskey show, guys, right?
Yep. Yes, we are.
And we are doing some whiskey, and we've got Watershed at the table today. I think this is our first
Yep.
Watershed that we have done. And I have an interesting story about this. So I was out shopping. I know, shocker. And I decided at the last minute to go to the liquor store. I know, shocker. And while I was there, they were doing a bourbon tasting for Watershed. So, it's right there at the door when you walk in. How do you say no? Bunch of bottles lined up. Would you like to try this? Sure, I'm driving. Why not?
Run the rack.
So, I've always wanted, though, honestly, seriously, I've always wanted to try Watershed. I've heard a lot about them. And I wanted to reach out to, or I wanted to try it and just, see what it was all about. I've heard good things. I've heard, things about it. So, okay, let's make our own opinion, right? So, there I was, just me and the bourbon tasting giver guy. We're doing shots. Just kidding. So, no, not really. But, so I saw this bottle, and I immediately thought of you. I thought that this was, you. I'm not pointing at the whatever behind you. I immediately thought of you, and I thought it was something you would enjoy because it is a higher proof
It is higher proof.
bourbon, and it's a limited release. So Watershed does make other bourbons, but this is a limited release edition bourbon. So, anyway,
Yeah, Watershed's been around for quite a while. They're
It has
one.
been
They're
around.
one of
Since
Ohio's.
2010.
Yeah, they're one of Ohio's biggest distilleries.
that's what they say.
They've come around. They've come around a lot. They've done a lot of great stuff. A lot of their products are awesome. They also do some pre-made cocktails. I believe they do an old fashioned. And their stuff has gone up. And they also do sourcing too. So they also do a lot of sourcing products.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
they're a pride of Ohio. They're right down there in Columbus.
They've got some good ones. There was one that I tried. I want to say it was like an apple one, and it was awesome. But I know you're not really big into the flavored whiskeys. But this would have been awesome for like an old fashioned or a Manhattan or something to put in as a mixed drink. It was really good. On its own, it was great too. But
Well, we did the bottle with the, what's his name? We did the 3 bottle, Big and Rich, right, Big and Rich. So, those were, Bob, what you had said, flavored, so to say.
Yeah.
So anyway, those were good bottles too. People don't, this and that, but those bottles are great bottles, so to say.
Especially at the price point that those were.
for those $20
Yeah, those were-
on those are, you can't
And,
go wrong.
and for the money, if I give Big and Rich, if you will, sorry, the trio.
John Rich.
So to say,
John
John
Rich.
Rich. I say trio because there was, what's her
3
name?
different bottles.
Yeah, so anyway, long story short. So those are great bottles as well.
That was Garrison Brothers?
What's this?
That was Garrison Brothers?
You know what?
I don't remember
who
what
did
it
that.
was. We do so much stuff, I can't
Redneck
remember.
Riviera.
Redneck Riviera.
There you go. So those are good bottles
Yes.
too. They're flavored, no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, they're good bottles.
That whiskey, the plain whiskey
And
was
they-
amazing.
Sure. And at the end of the day, and again, I know we're talking about this product right now, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of things to say about Rich's product and all that other stuff. So anyway, long story short, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're
No, you're running good.
So,
You're fine. It's always nice to have that.
A callback,
Somebody else
if you will.
talk. Somebody else talk sometimes. So Watershed vodka, vodka. They do a
Yeah.
vodka.
Yes, they do.
They
Yes,
do
they
a
do.
vodka.
Yes,
so
they do.
so they're considered. They've been creating spirits since 2010, and the reason why they just call them spirits is because they, other than whiskey and bourbon, they do gin and vodka.
correct.
And Nocino.
What's Nocino?
They do the walnut liqueur.
Oh yes.
Because
A
I
lot of people don't know about that.
I know they
A
don't.
lot of people
I
don't know
meant to
about
tell
that.
you that.
Yes, that Nocino, their Nocino
Yeah.
is really, really good.
I'm
It's
a walnut freak.
damn it, I forgot to bring that bottle with me.
Okay,
I-
no worries. Keep rolling.
It's all good. So yeah, they've been creating since, I don't know if I said 2010. They are in Columbus. They are 1145 Chesapeake Avenue, and look for the fenced-in patio if you want to go visit them.
Sure.
But this is this limited edition. It's a rare bourbon. It spends 4 years in barrels until it's ready to be bottled, but it's bottled without water or filtration.
Really?
Oh, so it's barrel proof.
Wow.
Yeah. And it spends at least 4 years in Ohio-made Char 5.
Okay. It's
Barrels.
definitely a chart.
What is the proof on this one, if I
The
might ask?
proof.
Well,
Put your seatbelt on, kids.
Put your panties on, kids. Let's go.
It's 122.2 proof.
Wow.
So their other bourbons that they sell, that's not this one. They're 90, so it's a lot lower. So this one is a little bit stronger, which is another reason why when I tried it at the store, I was like, give me another. No, just kidding. I said, this is Greg's because he likes the higher proof kind
Well,
of.
I've learned higher proof, if you will. So basically, my back in the day, 80, 90 proof was my stop, so to say. And as time went on, I had to I had to redo my vamping, so to say, of how because everybody's putting out all these heats, 130 proof, 100 this and 100 that. I was like, well, I need to get into this just to see what it is. But I taught myself from 90 proof to 120 some proof, and if you buy a bottle of something like this, which is a really good bottle, at the end of the day, you got to start off early on like 90 proof, 110 proof, or even 100 proof, and grab a couple bottles
Right.
and do this, so to say, and you're going to find out that some of these higher proof bottles are really good.
And as we said before, a lot of times some of these higher proof ones do not drink
True.
like what they're saying. I mean,
You're
because of the
exactly right.
finishes, because of the flavor profiles. I mean, they just come out and the heat dissipates with the other profiles.
We had over the holidays, we grabbed a foolproof from the Weller products, if you will. So anyhow, long story short, so we sat down here with a group of people, and we went from 90 proof to 130 proof. Okay. So anyway, long story short, it was no game, so to say, blah blah blah. We say, okay, we're going to start this. And I think it was like 6 bottles. I said, all right, we're going to start with this. We're going to end with that. Okay, but it's not a race.
No.
Okay, and if you want a race, you're not supposed to be here. So anyhow, long story short, as we rolled up at the end of the day, that whole proof, that full proof from Weller, full proof, we rolled up, and at the end of the day, that high proof bottle, when you drank it, it was like, holy cow, it's so smooth. And that's how you learn. That's how you learn
Right.
with the business. So it is what it is. Sorry.
No, I'm just these two on their phones over here.
Listen, there's 2 girls over
Hey.
there.
Well, that's okay.
We're trying to entertain you.
They're
You're on your
texting
phone.
each other.
You're on your phones. Come on, what's going on?
Yeah, what are you 2 cats doing over there?
So, Joris,
You
no,
guys talking to each other back and forth?
probably.
Oh, yeah. What's that goat doing?
They're sending.
Why you got goat on with?
Never mind. I thought it was a sheep. What are you talking
Is that a
about?
sheep? I don't know.
Not a sheep. It's a goat. So, Joris, no. This is a distillery that is in Ohio, and actually, I'm just looking at their website now. It looks like, as far as sales, you can get it in, other than Ohio, in Georgia, Michigan, and Illinois. Other than that, I don't know if it's something you can get online, but it is watersheddistillery.com. So you can always go out there and check it out and see if they will ship outside of that area or the U.S. I'm not sure if they will or not.
Yeah. See, yeah, they'll tell you if you try to buy a bottle, if it's not, they can't.
They'll give you the
Yeah, right. So.
Yeah. Karen asked a question, and I think this is a really good question because I'm kind of curious too, and I kind of know the answer, but
She
what do
wanted
you?
more lasagna?
No.
Okay.
Just checking.
What do you use walnut liquor in?
Okay, the nocino, which is, it's a digestif. It's an Italian digestif, based with a walnut liqueur and other aromatics, and you can drink it neat with ice, but you use it more or less as like you would use like a drambuie or an amaretto as a digestif.
Is it sweet?
It can be. I personally like it in a Manhattan, which I've had a lot of Manhattans because I just like a Manhattan. We have a restaurant over here called Delmonico's, and they had a Watershed Nocino Manhattan on there, and I says, "What is that? I'll try it." and it was probably the best Manhattan I ever had.
No kidding.
Really?
And I went to Bar 23, which is the highest place in Ohio, in Cleveland, that you can get a drink. It's on the 23rd floor of the Hilton. And I just kind of walked the bar, as I usually do. I'll walk in there and I'll just kind of look at the bourbons and stuff. And I seen the familiar Watershed-shaped bottle, and I go, oh, look. Oh, my God, they got Nocino. I was all excited, and the server come by and says, what would you like? I said, I want a Manhattan with Nocino. What's Nocino? They didn't even know, the server didn't even know they had it. But, so I did that, and of course you're going to pay a little bit more for it, but it's only a half ounce that you add into that. And it just adds another dimension to that Manhattan, and that's how I personally like Nocino.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Karen is also asking about walnut bitters and soda water, Greg. You're the expert
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, that's...
Tastes like root beer after you,
Mm-hmm.
you take the
Some
walnut
people,
bitters.
most people always say, when they try this, a lot of people don't like soda water. I'm a soda water fan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, long story short,
What are you talking about?
so I took bitters, walnut bitters in there, and it literally,
Is that a Michael Stanley song?
Rosewood
Oh,
bitters.
sorry.
let's see how you guys are.
Sorry.
So when I put the bitters in there, the walnut bitters in there,
Mhm.
it tastes like root beer.
Oh, yeah.
And then other people say, man, this is, who will never drink soda water, said, man, it tastes like Coca-Cola.
Right.
It's like, it depends on whatever their palate is. So at the end of the day, we've had people here, blah, 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 and they're like, what are you drinking? I was like, soda. I'm putting bitters in there and the whole 9 yards. Like, why are you drinking that? I said, you got to try this. He said, well, I don't drink soda water. I said, well, you're going to start. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, great product, the bitters.
Yeah, and the thing with the walnuts is you got to get them when they're still in the green husk, and you got to be careful with the walnuts because you can't get any of that green in there because that green is a poison. So that's why you got to really know what you're doing if you're gonna. Yeah, okay, I'm glad.
Hey
As long as they ain't green.
All right, on
On
that
that note, let's pass the glasses around.
yes, can we please pass this out? Hey. Oh, thank you. I'd be sitting here all day if I was waiting for him. Jeez Louise.
Green walnuts,
Let
yes.
me check my notes.
Oh.
Oh, are they green and fuzzy?
Okay. All right.
Green and fuzzy, stay away.
Oh my Lanta. Okay.
All right.
So I love the color. Definitely, it's nice. It's nice that a company puts the actual char note on
That
the
was
bottle.
nice, yes.
Because we always wonder and think, what char is this? We try to figure it out, and most of them are a 4 char. So it's
Correct.
nice to know that this is a 5 char. It went a little bit above, which just means that they burn the barrel a little bit
Sure.
longer.
Absolutely.
I think
Build up a
there's
little more of that scale.
I would love, and we did this in the past, long past.
probably our
How-
first season we did this. Yeah.
So, the whole thing was how they char barrels, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And whenever it's toasted or medium, full charge, 4 charge, 5 charge, and how fast it goes.
It's
So
the
cool, man.
time frame.
It
so
is.
and it's within seconds of
It
what
is
makes it
within
between
seconds.
a 3
Yeah,
or
it
a
is
4 or a
within
5.
And then you throw the other dimension in there of a toast. So they
Right.
have a char and a toast. So you could have a 3 char with a 4 toast.
Correct.
And that just a lower heat and kind of crisp it up a little bit. It's just
Man, it's cool.
Yeah.
To watch it go down, it's
it's
wonderful
amazing.
Yeah.
how they do the barrels. It's
Yeah, we need to do a show on that. But
I would love to.
oh, somebody didn't put their
I-
phone on Tickle.
It is on it is on
I'm telling
Tickle.
your mom.
It is on Tickle. But
He's
that-
always the phone
Yeah.
charge guy. Everyone's phone's on Tickle.
yeah.
Everybody got their phone tickle. I'm the ticklest of the tickle.
Well, that was one of our audience members sending me a picture.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, but
All right, come on, let's go.
So let's go in and see what we can get off the nose on this one.
I'll tell you what, it's thick. It's very thick.
I mean, for the proof, there's no ethanol, none.
You know what? I don't know if it's the conversation we just had, but I'm getting like a toasted marshmallow.
Is that thick? It's very
That's right on there, s'morish.
thick. Wow. Nothing dropping off of that. Nothing.
No
Here we
long
go.
legs, no.
Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Other than that, there ain't nothing. There's no legs there. Somebody must have shaved them. But anyway.
That's crisp and clean
Hey,
on
it
the
is
nose.
spring.
Oof.
That is.
I need like it's just like a churned butter.
A churned butter.
Okay.
Creamery.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
like a thick, yeah.
I agree with that.
Man, that nose is beautiful. Good.
That's another one of those that's going to be really, because there's really nothing that's really pronounced. There's no, like, nothing that's, there's not a char. There, I mean, there's not a smoke. There is just pure.
Nothing overpowering.
No,
and I will
not at
say,
all.
at 122.2 proof, I don't get that off the nose. I don't. If you didn't tell me, I would have no idea that it was the proof
I
that
get
it
a
was.
slight ethanol, just a slight.
Your nose is down in there.
What's that?
You have to get your nose really down in there and you smell it.
You burn those nose hairs off when you get it in there. Yeah. See, to me, it's not. It's not that.
Still not. Oh shit.
Ruh-roh.
Well, there
I'm
goes.
not getting anything other
No,
than.
it's. I'm very surprised at the smoothness on the nose for the proof.
I'm thinking Rob's right. There is like a
There's
creamery, like a
Yeah.
like
That's
a,
heavy, man.
like the smell of warm butter.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, I get that.
or warm cream as you're making
Yeah.
the butter. It's just very silky, almost. Yeah, that's.
I get a light vanilla, light, very light. Sweet.
I think you were.
It's kind of
It
like
does
a.
have, it does have a sweetness. I can't pick the butter out,
I think
vanilla and
but I
cream.
do have that.
you were spot on with the like the
Vanilla and
marshmallow.
I'll
Yeah.
say vanilla. I'll say vanilla.
Yeah, the vanilla marshmallowish. Yeah,
Marshmallow.
toasted
Just get
marshmallow. Yeah, just
Just the nose makes you envision kind of a cream.
yeah. That is.
Yeah, that's what I hit right off the bat was that toasted marshmallow.
I mean, it's like one of those things that you just want to dap behind your ears and smell.
I'll go with the marshmallow.
yeah.
I mean toasted marshmallow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Not at all what the proof makes you think. it's-
none.
No, it does not seem like it's as high as 122.
Is that because it's unfiltered?
Could be.
Unfiltered and barrel proof.
Yeah.
Without
mean-
water added. I don't know. Maybe the 5 char makes it a little bit sweeter than what we're used to because
Yeah,
it's pulling those sugars out of the barrel.
I expected with the char to be more oaky.
Yeah, there's none of that on the
of that-
nose.
On the nose, eh?
No, I'm
None.
not getting a lot of oak.
Okay, I think I'm done sniffing.
All right, you guys.
So I'm gonna say marshmallow. I'm gonna say buttercream.
Yeah,
There's something else in there. Hang on a second. Vanilla?
Oh
Vanilla?
wow.
I'm not pulling any kind of nuts or baking spices.
Hey.
None of that stuff.
Family show.
Hey,
I'm pulling
You
those.
want Greg to pull his pants down?
No.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I already went in because I couldn't wait.
Okay, hang on a second.
I like this more than I did the other day, to be honest with y'all.
It's dry. There's a dryness in it.
all right, I gotta
A
dive.
dryness on the
All right, let's go.
nose.
I gotta dive.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
come
go.
on, you
Let's
guys.
go.
Come on, you're
Something else
you're
in
killing
there.
me, Smalls.
Yeah,
And here's the legs. You can see it right here. Look at that. Look at that.
yeah, you're holding it out of the camera.
It's okay. The tasty notes that I pulled off the website for Watershed say it's split vanilla bean, toasted oak, clove, and allspice.
Not getting any of that allspice. Clove, maybe.
On the nose. Remember, that's just the nose notes.
Yeah.
Okay, what's on the palate?
Well,
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh shit.
Waiting for
Well,
you to tell us.
I'm just saying. When I said before, there's a little dryness in there. I couldn't pull it out. So at the end of the day.
So I am not a
Oh.
high proof
Oh shit.
gal.
wow.
I will say the heat on this is is right there up front, bam.
Man, there's something.
But it
on
goes away, and
Yeah.
it's got a sweet, syrupy coating almost.
Tingles the tongue there, huh?
It does.
Yeah, but
It hits you, and it's like when you first put that big red gum
Yes.
in your mouth
The cinnamonish.
and you chew on it for a second, and it's real cinnamony, and then it goes away.
Yeah, but this is not a cinnamon. This is just that
No, it's just
sensation of the
that-
cinnamon. Yeah.
Yes, that tingle, I guess.
Wow. I'm getting a mouthful of oak right now.
I love
This is
this.
I get more fruit and pepper spice.
Fruit and pepper.
Pepper.
What kind of fruit are you pulling out of there? Like
It's dry, but it's not sweet. It's
not a sweet
well,
fruit.
the pepper's over the.
I'm gonna say a white pepper. It definitely has a dryness to it. Maybe that's the oak, but you said that's not on there. Is that right?
I'm sorry. What did
I
you
said, oh, it's dry. It's a dry on the palate, if you will.
Oh, I didn't get to the palate yet, but they
Okay,
did say
I'm on-
toasted oak on the nose. So
So I think the toasted note, go back up. I would say a toasted marshmallow, if you will. But it's a dryness.
it is dry.
It's dry like oak, if you will. Man, I almost want to say honey, but I'm not going to do it.
I'm not getting there.
I can't. But it's very, whatever it is that I can't pull it out. It's man.
It's a syrupy
It's a
thickness.
very syrupy. That's what.
Syrupy
Yeah.
thickness,
Yes,
but
yes, yes,
I can't.
yes.
Yeah, the viscosity is right there. I mean, it's got a thick tongue feel.
I can't.
I mean, it's not watery. It doesn't dissipate quickly. The finish is extremely long. It's still tickling my tongue.
But it's not hot.
No, not at all.
Okay, I mean, I would say it's. I won't say it's hot, not
No.
hot, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of pepper in there, and I said white pepper, but I'm not sure if it's white pepper or whatever pepper it is, so to say, meaning, household pepper or whatever. But it's good, but it goes away fairly easy. But there's something else in there I can't pull.
This
it
is
out.
very well balanced.
It is.
I
I mean,
agree.
I mean, everything is working so well together that you can't pick anything out. And but this one is simply complex.
It's peppery enough there that it, after you take a drink, it makes the cigar a little sharp on the tongue.
Oh, does it?
I'm going there right now.
So I was going to ask you guys. So for those of you that like your bourbon and your cigars together, so what Wisconsin Rob said is that it makes the cigar a little sharper.
Cleanse my palate. Man, that's good. The blend is very good. Man,
The blend with the.
I mean, what we're going into right now. So say,
Did it change like when you had the cigar? You haven't gone there yet, or?
well, I'm getting ready to do it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So, I want to know. Eh, how do you call it, Bob? It's like, I can't put it together.
I mean, the tannins. I mean, it's giving you those puckery tannins like you do on the oak. And I mean, I'm still getting just a nice pronounced mellow oak is what is really in there and is really desirable.
Now, is it unfiltered?
Yes.
So how about those wood esters? I'm getting like the wood ester bit a little
After a few drinks, you start to
So
get
the-
bit. I mean, it sits on your tongue and stings like an ester would,
Right.
like birders.
So
Yeah.
that's an interesting comment because how would you describe? Because I don't know. How would you describe a wood ester? What's like the?
Well, I mean, you use that in painting and it pretty much smells. It's basically, isn't it, Rob, the chemical piece of this isn't it wood ester? It's kind of some of the
The fatties.
the fatty chains.
Right.
in the wood.
The lipids of the wood.
Lipids in the wood aren't filtered out, so it gives kind of a different sharpness, like flavor.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that word, sharpness. Yes, that
That
makes
is-
sense to me.
That's a great product.
It's a long.
It's awesome.
It's a long finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely, probably the longest finish I've ever had.
This is not for the faint of heart. I will tell you that.
It leaves your palate kind of like the red hot
Oh,
one
shit.
after, and then you've got that little tingle and a little.
Yeah, this is not a beginner's drink. This is definitely not
So
a beginner's drink.
We're trained professionals. Don't
yeah.
try this at home.
This is,
I put a half of a drop in here and just swish it around
Of the water.
of the water, if you will.
did you find the
What
elusive
did
flavor?
you say, Cheese? What did you say?
The esters.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, remember pine tar in baseball, rosin? That's wood ester in kind of a sticky.
The okay. I would totally agree with that.
What was the, I apologize, kids, on the nose, if you will, and then back, I put a little bit of water in there as well, cleanse my palate. It's got that vanilla,
Yes.
it's got that vanilla in there. What do they call that vanilla? You know, for
A vanilla bean.
candy bars, all this stuff. We just
Nougat?
had-
The nougat.
Nougat. It's
I agree with
freaking
that.
nougat. You
I
understand
agree
what
with
I'm talking?
that. Definitely.
The
It has-
the
it has
almond.
it. The
The
almond,
almond.
nougat, and all the
Yeah.
stuff. Blah, blah, blah. That's on there.
What I think is interesting is that we have spent a lot of time trying to pull out those flavors because it is unique yet familiar. It's
Yeah.
it's so different, and it's thick.
It's very thick.
This one's a very comfortable, high proof.
I
I
agree.
mean, this
I
is,
agree.
this is, I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's
Still wouldn't guess it's the.
no.
120.
I mean, I don't think I want to try to pull any more out of it. I just want to enjoy this. I think
Yeah.
This is why I was hanging out in the liquor store, kids.
I think the more you're trying to drink and more you're trying to pull out of it, it's not going to be as good anymore. I mean, because you're trying to like dissect something that's not really there. But I mean, this is just a solid pour all the way around.
So let me tell you you ready
Go ahead.
the
Yeah, go
palate
ahead.
notes.
Go ahead.
So according to Watershed, they say the palate is vanilla, toasted oak, and I think this is what I was trying to pull out of you, Wisconsin Rob, apricot
Nah.
and walnut.
Walnut, yes.
Definitely walnut.
Walnut. That's it.
Definitely walnut.
And the finish, they say, is
That's the dryness.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the dryness.
There you
Because
go.
walnuts are dry.
Mm-hmm.
The finish, they say, is a warm spice with an herbal tea. I can see the herbal tea in that. 100%.
Ooh, we should warm some up. And
I'm not going to dive that deep into it.
I think you're
I'm really not.
No, herbal tea?
I'm not going to dive that deep into it because I'm liking what I have right now. And if I try to pick anything else out of it, I think I'm going to not like it.
You put a little water in there, brought it up to
I-
a boil.
I
eh?
did, I
That'd
did,
be a-
I did.
Just a simmer. That'd be a. That's the. Yeah, I can see that. There.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Okay,
Oh,
kids.
oh, we got the smoke going on in
Oh,
there.
shit.
Leave it to the Whiskey Roundtable to experiment live. Okay, so what does that do to it?
We'll find out in a second.
I know, come on, we're
I'm
waiting.
with you, bro.
We're waiting. I just watched Caddyshack.
That complemented it very, very well.
It evened it out.
Yes.
It really
It
did.
really
What do you mean it evened it out? What did it do?
It took a
I-
lot of the heat away.
No, I don't want the smoke. I'm sorry. Thank you though.
It took a lot. Here, just try the little bit that's in there. 'Cause that's what's left.
Oof.
This is
Oof.
one of those drinks I think that would really perform better on an ice.
That's
cream.
nice.
It might,
I'm a. Yeah.
but I mean, with the smoking this one really made it a lot better for me. It was good to begin with. I like it now. The smoking of it brought more of the char out, brought more of the vanilla
Tobacco
out.
leaf, everything.
Yes, that was really nice.
Nice. All right.
And it's dry, but it's not astringent. It doesn't.
100%.
It's just
Sure.
walnuts are good.
Yeah, that's solid pour.
Yeah, I definitely get the walnut. Definitely get the walnut.
All right, kids.
All right, let's go on
What do we
the.
score?
Hey
What do we
Joe,
score?
how are you? Thanks for joining us. Joe D'Amico is out there. But Joe says dry and sweet does not seem like you get both.
You do. It really does.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
It's an anomaly. But it
is,
works.
It
I
is.
got a little package for Joe.
Easy.
I told you, Joe, he would.
I've been telling you guys, he's got a little package.
I got a
But
little package. Joe, I got
now
a little
he admitted
package.
it. Oh my
I
God.
got some stuff for Joe,
Thank
and
you.
I just went past there today on the way back to the house, and I was like, I have to reach out to Lisa. So at the end of the day, so I have some products for him as well. So,
All right.
and he'll love what I got him. I hope he
Awesome.
loves what I got him.
Awesome.
Great guy. Great guy.
All right, guys, it's ratings time. Who
Let's do
wants
it.
to start us off?
Well, I before I would like to do that, I would like to know what the price point of this bottle is.
You know what? That's a great question.
Because I know Watershed does have reasonably priced products, but something being this special, I have a feeling that they kind of kick the price up a little bit. I'm going to say something about $50, $60.
You know what? I don't remember. I'm looking out here right now.
$69.99 on the website.
$69.99 on the website.
That product is well worth it for that price.
It is.
100%
I agree.
well worth it.
Yeah.
And
if you like the proof.
yes,
If you like the
I will go first on the scoring on this one.
Go for it.
I'm
It's
going to
all
go
you.
a solid flat 4.0.
Oh!
Solid flat 4.0, higher proof, a $70 price point for a gift for a bourbon lover. This is a perfect gift for somebody like that. It's something that should be on the bar for your higher proof friends,
Well,
and it's a local company.
And you know, the great thing about this is you get a group of guys together, everybody's going to have a different palate. if you
100%.
will. It's the whole thing. So.
Gals, too.
Yeah, but that is a solid 4.0 for
When'd you get
me.
here?
I don't know. I just showed up.
All right, who's going next? Who's going next? Anybody?
All right, Cheese, what do you got?
I'm a 3.8.
Ooh, a
Surprise-
3.8.
Surprisingly good. Not a big lover of
No, you're not.
a big flavor, but I appreciate what that's got going on. And it was, as big as it was pretty balanced. A little long of a finish for me, but you know, I kind of get it. I mean, if you love, I'm not. It's not my flavor profile, but I respect it with a good score because it's a good product.
Yes, it
It
is.
is a good product. All right.
And that's why we love you. You're honest to a T.
Who else?
We're all
rest of
looking
the
at
audience?
you. We're all looking at you,
No, we
Wisconsin.
don't have to, Wisconsin. What do you got?
Up north.
What do you got?
Oh.
Are you looking at me?
You want me to go?
Oh, I'll go. Yeah, I
You
already.
gonna skip Rob altogether?
Rob who?
I'll get that.
Rob who?
Rob, where you at?
I'll close it out.
Rob, where you at?
Go
Rob,
first.
come on, we're waiting on you, man.
No, Rob, please. What do you got?
You know, I'm a tough scorer, and it is a little tall.
It's a
And
little what?
It's a little tall on the
Tall?
first drink, so you
Tall.
don't just go straight into it. You can get it there, but it is for the seasoned drinker,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and because of that, I'm 3.7, just because the alcohol, the level it's at, but it doesn't drink like that. That's why I give it that.
Okay.
But it's a great gift bottle, is
Yeah.
what I would say. But do I have to have it every day?
No, it's not. That's definitely
Right.
not an everyday, but it's something that you should have on your
Right.
bar for your.
I'd have it hid away in a collection.
Yep.
It would come out occasionally.
Yep.
And that's what I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid pour.
Okay.
So, you guys put me on the spot, and I was ready to go. So I'll
What do you
just
got?
go.
Yeah.
I give it a 3.75.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a high proof kind of gal, but I think this is something that you could definitely dive into if you're experimenting on the higher proof. If it's something you want to sip on all night, you definitely can't sip on it all night because it'll be a little too much.
It'll be a party.
It'll be a party for sure. But it's nice, it's sweet, it's thick. I would definitely have this at an outside fire in the winter to kind of warm you up. I think it's great for that. For the summertime, I think it's a little too much, but I think it's great. And I'm a 90 proof gal, so I think that's a great score.
Awesome. Okay.
Gee, it's all you.
3.9.
3.9? Do you have anything to say about that?
No, that's what I'm okay with that score, if you will. And
But what made you come to that decision?
no, at the end of the day, it's not a 4, and in my personal opinion. But at the end of the day, you know, the higher proofs, this and that, everything was there. I struggled with the nose, if you will, and the palate as well. But at the end of the day, so that's what my score is.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, no, I think this is a really good product, and I'm very happy that I ran into the liquor store and they were selling this. And
I couldn't wait for you to leave.
I know.
Your steering wheel keeps going like this.
What? I know. I know. The roads are bad. I steered
roads
right
are
into
bad.
the liquor store.
You'd think you'd have a Tesla that could self-driving the liquor store. Oh.
But yeah, I thought I'm really happy with this. I will say, so you know, back in the day, I got the name Helen Keller because I would blindly pick
Yeah,
some
you did.
burnbons,
You did.
and they
And
ended
you
up
did. You
being
did.
some very good ones.
And you
And
did.
I think this is one of those picks that is unexpected but very pleasant at the same time.
Good job.
Awesome. All right.
Important to know that it doesn't drink like the 120 proof
Absolutely not.
others
Agree.
that we've had.
I agree.
But it's a full-bodied.
Sure.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
grab you by the poo-poo, won't it?
Oh, easy.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, and you know what? I would agree with that. For those of you that are trying or wanting to try to move up to something that's a little bit higher proof, this may be something you want to go for. Although you got to be a little bit more on the adventurous side because it is a little strong. I think, and I wonder too at the same time how that 5 char plays into the proofages, the proof. I'm just curious.
You were talking about the water earlier, right?
There's no water added on this.
So this is right out of the barrel into the bottles.
Okay.
Important to know it's full of flavor. It's not ethanol.
Right. And there's no ethanol. I got no ethanol personally.
I didn't either.
And that's a real positive.
Yes, I agree.
But
I
the
would
sad thing
agree.
is it is a limited edition. Sadly.
Sadly, Watershed does make other bourbons.
Oh, yeah.
They're very much lower in proof. They're only 90 proof. But I have not tried them, so I don't know how they compare to this. But it might be something to get into.
I can tell you, I've had their Watershed whiskey. It's good. And obviously the Nocino and now this. Solid company. Solid company.
All right, kids.
And local in Ohio. So
Yep.
All right.
good job, guys.
What do we have on the scroll?
What do we got on the scroll?
Joe keeps hearing that you're going to give him a small package.
Oh, I don't even want to read these comments.
What?
Something about front to back. I don't know. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
What do we have on the scroll?
That's what I was talking about.
Just us and Joe. Jarvis had to go back to work.
Yep. Okay. All right.
But
That's all
Hey.
we got. So
That's it?
I think
what do we-
I
Oh my goodness.
what's that? Okay, so what do we have coming up for next week? Have we decided what we're doing for next week yet, or are we kind of flying on the seat of our pants,
Well, let's
guys?
put it this way. So I have a funeral next Friday week.
Okay.
And then on next week, Saturday, we have a memorial, so to say.
Okay,
So
so we
no
may
show
be,
next Friday?
we may be off next Friday.
We're off next.
Okay, we're off next
We
Friday.
are off
Okay.
next Friday, but we will be back in a couple of weeks, and we'll figure out where we're going to go. If you guys have any suggestions as to what you would like us to try,
Email us,
email us, Facebook us, let us know,
Instagram us,
Instagram us.
Instagram us. Instagram us, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
kids.
Get a hold of us anyway, and we got sponsors that have been great. We're gonna
Yeah,
get our
let me flash your
we're gonna get our
sponsors out
sponsorship
here.
letters out soon, I hope.
Right,
And
Schnitz Ale, Johnny's Bar and Grill, Royal Havana, of course, Rayon Cognac, Village Martini, The Experience Barber and Shave Company, Westall's, and Rawhide Firearms, and B&B, we can't forget them, as well as Simply Greek.
Wessel should be starting their cigar and bourbon pours soon,
Okay.
as
All right.
soon as the weather
Cool.
breaks. So
Cool.
we'll be out there.
All right, man.
Let's round it out.
Let's get out of here. Listen, kids, thanks for watching the show today. We had a great time, as always. And at the end of the day, God bless you. Love you. At the end of the day, be safe. Till then, I'm your host, Big G.
Okay, Ron.
Bourbon Bob.
All right, kids, we're out of here.
Peace and love.
There you go. Nice show. Nice
Good show.